They say history repeats itself, but what if I told you there are huge parts of it they never even mentioned? What if the history we learned in school was just the tip of the iceberg, with a whole world of forgotten stories and mind-blowing secrets hidden just beneath the surface? Today, we're digging deep to uncover some of the most fascinating historical facts you were never taught. Get ready, because these are going to change the way you see the past. Let's start with something we all recognize: the Great Pyramid of Giza. We see it as a magnificent sand-colored stone structure, a testament to ancient engineering. But what if its original appearance was far more spectacular? In its heyday, the Great Pyramid wasn't that dusty brown color. It was encased in highly polished white Tura limestone. These casing stones were cut with such incredible precision that the pyramid would have gleamed under the Egyptian sun, reflecting light so intensely that it could be seen from miles away, like a giant man-made star on Earth. Ancient Egyptians called it Ikit, meaning the glorious light. Imagine sailing down the Nile and seeing this colossal, shining structure on the horizon. It wasn't just a tomb. It was a beacon, a symbol of divine power and brilliance that would have been truly awe-inspiring. Sadly, an earthquake in the 14th century loosened many of these casing stones, which were then repurposed to build mosques and fortresses in nearby Cairo. Only a few of the original stones remain at the base, giving us a tiny glimpse of its former splendor. So next time you see a picture of the pyramids, remember they were once shining mountains of light. Now, let's journey from a wonder that still stands to one that was tragically lost. The Library of Alexandria was the intellectual heart of the ancient world. It wasn't just a building with some scrolls. It was a sprawling campus of knowledge, a university, a museum, and a research center all in one. Scholars from across the known world flocked there to study everything from astronomy and mathematics to poetry and medicine. It's estimated to have held between 40,000 and 400,000 papyrus scrolls containing the collective wisdom of civilizations. But what exactly was lost when it burned? The answer is heartbreaking. We lost countless works of famous playwrights like Sophocles and Euripides, of which only a fraction survive today. We lost detailed star charts from brilliant astronomers, potentially setting back our understanding of the cosmos for centuries. We lost treatises on advanced mathematics by figures like Archimedes and medical texts that could have contained knowledge about anatomy and cures we had to rediscover much later. The destruction was not a single event, but a series of fires and acts of neglect over several centuries. Each loss was a devastating blow, effectively hitting the reset button on human progress. Just think of the inventions, the philosophies, and the stories that vanished forever in those flames. It's considered one of the greatest intellectual catastrophes in human history. Finally, let's talk about one of history's most chilling images: the Plague Doctor. With that long, bird-like beak mask, black cloak, and wide-brimmed hat, the figure looks like something out of a nightmare. But this wasn't a Halloween costume. It was the 17th century equivalent of a hazmat suit, based on the medical theories of the time. The primary theory for how disease spread was called the miasma theory, which held that illnesses like the Black Death were caused by bad air or poisonous vapors filled with decaying matter. So that long beak wasn't just for show. It was a primitive respirator, a hollow space that doctors would stuff with aromatic herbs, dried flowers, spices, and even a vinegar-soaked sponge. They believed these powerful, pleasant scents would purify the air they breathed, filtering out the deadly miasma and protecting them from infection. The waxy, full-length coat was meant to prevent the bad air from touching their skin, and the staff they carried was used to examine patients from a distance without having to make direct physical contact. While the miasma theory was incorrect, we now know the plague was caused by bacteria. The Plague Doctor S.H. uniform stands as a haunting symbol of a desperate and terrifying time, a stark reminder of humanity's fight against an invisible enemy. From shining pyramids to lost libraries and terrifying doctors, history is filled with incredible details that paint a much richer, stranger, and more fascinating picture of our past. The stories we think we know often have hidden layers just waiting to be discovered. If you found these facts as mind-blowing as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We have so much more to uncover. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.